Hello, my name is Jessie Granlund, Partner Account Manager for ClickDimensions. Pleased to be able to present to you our solution today. I'm going to start out reviewing a couple of slides. We'll talk about ClickDimensions from a high level, and then we'll dive right into the live environment for the majority of our presentation today. So ClickDimensions is an email marketing and marketing automation solution built exclusively for Microsoft Dynamics CRM, which you can use to perform end-to-end marketing tactics. We give you all this functionality listed right here inside the UI of Microsoft Dynamics CRM, allow you to measure the results of your campaigns, really help you to eliminate redundant and manual processes, ultimately helping you make better business decisions with better data, and really providing your team a better way to manage return on investment. And what's great about this is you don't have to go outside of CRM to do things like creating email campaigns, tracking your web visits, building web content like landing pages, web forms, and surveys. You can do things like build multi-touch drip marketing campaigns. We have a lead scoring component, and ClickDimensions will really enable your sales team to have better data to act on, connecting to their prospects even through social networks. So what we do is really bridge the gap between what you're doing with your marketing activities and then your sales results. We've received a number of awards and have been involved in a number of programs with Microsoft. Right now, ClickDimensions is the highest ranked solution in the Microsoft Dynamics marketplace. We have a rating of 5.0. And we're really the only marketing automation solution out there that's certified for Microsoft Dynamics CRM, 100% dedicated to the Microsoft platform. And here's a scenario that we hear quite often from marketers, people that are using a number of systems creating major data silos. So they may have CRM to manage their customer accounts, marketing lists, contact records, using another system for email marketing. And if they're lucky, the two systems might integrate. They may be using something separate for social, for surveys, for web analytics, for forms, and these systems aren't talking to one another. So what ClickDimensions will do is we'll bring all of that information, all that functionality into one central place that sits inside of Microsoft Dynamics CRM, so you have that full 360-degree view of your prospects and your customers. So this is just a diagram showing how it works. The solution is built on Windows Azure, connects to your websites and your recipients' inboxes, and tracks everything back into CRM. So from a user perspective, the whole experience of using ClickDimensions is right inside CRM, and all the data is brought back into CRM in a way that's reportable and actionable, and it's all captured in real time. So this means that you can use all the native features that CRM gives you, like workflow and reporting and querying and dashboarding, to get the data to do pretty much whatever you ask it to do. You're not in a situation where the data isn't accessible by being in another database. And from an email marketing standpoint, all creation and sending is coming from inside CRM, but ClickDimensions will handle the sending of the emails through our servers. And on the back end, ClickDimensions will track the deliverability, sender authentication. Another great feature is that with our tool, marketers can associate the appropriate domain, so the emails are completely branded to their organization. That way, when a recipient receives an email, nothing is actually branded to ClickDimensions. So let's dive right into the live environment here, and I'll show you what ClickDimensions looks like. First thing I want to do is show you where ClickDimensions is located inside the UI of Microsoft Dynamics CRM. I'm demoing from CRM Online, but ClickDimensions will work in CRM Online, on-premise, and hosted applications. So under the Marketing tab here, we add these Analytics and Email Marketing sections. And under Analytics, this is where you're going to see your web hits coming in real time. We're going to show you who's visiting your site. We're going to show you all the form inquiries, people filling out your Contact Us forms or whatever forms that you have out there, and any survey data that you guys have coming in will also be posted under Analytics. So let's save that conversation for part 2, and we'll start with email marketing. So from an email marketing standpoint, you have your whole creation experience here without even leaving CRM. You can send out individual emails, bulk emails, or emails through workflow with CRM and ClickDimensions. Here's where you'll find your templates. We have templates for every kind of marketer. If you're wanting to use a very simple to use wizard-based editor, we have this block editor. This really guides you through the process. This takes you through the wizards to creating an email very quickly and simply. So to insert content, you'll just insert your blocks to the right, to the left, above, or below. This will take you through the wizards. You can add your content, where you add text, add your images if you want. This takes you to an image manager where you can upload and save all of your images, reuse them in any of the editors. So You can see here this has a very simplistic look to it. If you come up here, you can change your block spacing, your background color, add your microsite blocks or your unsubscribe. Another great feature that we've recently added is social sharing. So you have the ability to add icons for Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Google+, so recipients can share your content with their social communities. So this is the block editor, very easy to use. You don't need any HTML experience at all to create a nice looking email. Our editing environment number 2 is the Freestyle editor, where you begin using a layout. Choose from any of the layouts we have in the Layout Manager, or you can upload and save existing HTML templates that you may be comfortable with. So with this editor, you have the option of going in and out of HTML and design mode, and you have the option, because this is in CRM, to bring in personalization to the email. So with this, you can drop in attributes from lead, contact, and account records very easily into your email. So this will bring in all of those attributes that you have under your lead and contact records. So if you wanted to put a Dear John in there, personalize this with the first name, it'll drop in that free marker script for you. And that's in very simplest terms. You can also build very complex dynamic content, bringing in even custom entities from leads, contacts, and account records. But this is what you have for your design environment in the Freestyle editor here. You can easily add your links to landing pages, links to surveys, whatever you need to do. So that is the Freestyle editor. We also have Custom HTML Designer for those who like to work in a raw code environment. So you can see this is strictly HTML. Any HTML that you drop in here, this will render the email perfectly. So here's your preview in HTML mode. You still have access to the image managers, the ability to add social icons, really for the HTML gurus. And the last way that you can send emails through Click Dimensions is with our Outlook cast. So I'm going to jump back into PowerPoint and show you this. So Outlook cast gives you the ability to send out an email using Outlook as the creation tool. So you can type up your email just like you normally would with Outlook. You can personalize this. And then the way you'd send this is go to your marketing list in CRM. We add this Outlook cast button on the ribbon. Once you hit Outlook cast, you get a unique URL here that you can just copy and paste, put back into your email. And once you send this out, this looks like a very personal email, but it's going through the Click Dimensions means. So we're going to be able to track how people are interacting with your email, give you all the tracking back. So this is really a very personal one-to-one looking email, even though you may have sent it to 400 people in your marketing list. And with all of the editors, you have the option of using Inbox Preview. So this is a great feature which allows you to see how different, how your designs render on different platforms and mobile devices. So if you want to see what this looks like on an iPhone and Android, different versions of Outlook, it'll allow you to do that. And you also have the ability to send out SMS messages. I won't spend too much time on that today, but you have the option of sending text messages individually through workflow and to marketing lists in CRM. And then last piece with the email, actually let me go back up and show you the email send record really quickly here. This is where you're going to be able to see a record for all of the emails that you sent through Click Dimensions with statistics on deliveries, opens, unique opens, clicks, unsubscribes. And if I go into any of these records, I can get a little bit more on statistics. If I want to see this in a more graphical way, click over here with the email statistics, and you can see a visual chart on overall performance. You can see interactions with the email, deliverability. And then if you put social icons into those emails, you can see how people are interacting, how many people shared by Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Google+. And then when you scroll down, this is that news feed of every one of your leads and contacts who interacted with their social communities. And over here you see the network, the social community. We also have a way of seeing this in a heat map. So this breaks down the clicks and shows you how people are clicking around with an overlay of statistics. So the way you'd read this is 6.63% of overall clicks were here on this article, 8.87% here. Just a nice consumable way of seeing how people are interacting with your email. And you can also pull an email click report with Click Dimensions. So this will break down your email with every link that you had in that email and show you by unique clicks and total clicks how many people have clicked on that link. and these are all connected as well. So if I click on one of these more popular links here, you're going to see a sub-report showing you all of the leads and contacts who interacted with that particular link, and these are also connected. So also right on the leading contact record here, you're going to be able to see this individual's interactions with the emails. So if I want to see how DieFed here has interacted with the emails, I can go to Sent Emails. It'll show me every email we've ever sent to him with his individual statistics on the email. So we'll get rid of that for just a moment. So this email send record is something that you'll fill out every time that you send out an email. So you'll enter your recipients, which can be any combinations of your marketing list, leads, contacts, and accounts in CRM. And those marketing lists can be dynamic or static. You can send these right away, queue it up to send it on a later date. You can have these emails sent from the record owner. You can attach everything to a Microsoft Dynamics CRM campaign for some aggregate tracking. And you can send out test emails. Now, another really great feature that we have is spam testing. So this actually tests the content in your emails, gives you scores on how likely this is to end up in a spam filter. So it helps you along with the wording. We also have split testing, and this will allow you to test different versions of a small sample size. Here we go here. So the idea is we'll keep strategy A just as you've created it with the email send record, and you can change something small in strategy B. So maybe you just want strategy B to say happy holidays. Strategy A can say November newsletter. You can change who it's coming from, and if you want to test entirely different templates, you can do that as well. So once you hit next here, this brings you to the email as it appears visually, and you can make any last changes on the email itself. So maybe you want to change the background color, swap out an article, make whatever changes you'd like, and you hit next. It's going to bring you to a bar here that represents 100% of the marketing lists that you've attached to the email, and then you just drag and drop to choose your sample size. So maybe you want 11% to get version A, 11% of your marketing list to get version B, and then after 2 hours or 3 hours, whatever length of time you want, whatever strategy is the winning, or whatever version is the winning version, is going to automatically be sent to the remainder 78% of your marketing list once you hit send and save. So that's what we have in the email send record here. I'm going to click out here. All of the email statistics as far as sent emails are going to be held here. So this is going to show each individual email ever sent through Click Dimensions, whether that's an individual, a bulk email, or a workflow email, with each individual statistic, or all of those individual statistics listed here. All of your unsubscribes are going to be marked right here for you to manage. And then you also have the ability to set subscription preferences. So this gives you the ability to build a subscription preference center. So people can come in and opt into one or more types of your communication. So if they want to opt into your product updates and your special events, but they don't want to hear of your newsletters, they can do that within the Profile Center. And these will map to your marketing lists in CRM, which are going to be dynamic. And you'll always, every time you go to send that email and attach the appropriate marketing list, you'll always have the most relevant and updated subscribers. So that is subscription preferences. And the last piece with email is our Nurture Marketing Builder. So if I go to Nurture Programs under the Settings area, Nurture gives you the ability to put your prospects essentially on email autopilot, send a series of emails. And the idea is, maybe you have a prospect who's not quite sales ready and you want to keep the message in front of them, let the appropriate person know when they begin responding to your communications. So you can build a drip marketing campaign using this Nurture Builder, using any of these tasks over here in the drag and drop tree environment. So you can send email number 1, attach your email here, then you can stick a wait condition in there. So if you want to wait 2 weeks, 5 days, whatever's appropriate, then we can say, how is this individual interacting with the email number 1? Have they clicked on the link that we wanted them to? Then it's going to drop into yes or no. So if yes, if they clicked on that email, they're interacting with our communication, they're showing interest, we can assign it to someone on the team. We can notify a team with email, or we can add them to a marketing list, any of these tasks. So if after those 2 weeks we're not getting any interaction with that first email, we can send email number 2, try to connect with them a different way. Stick another wait condition in there, then we can say have they even opened the email, then it's going to drop into yes or no's again. So you can drag this nurture on for whatever length of time you want, and once you associate this nurture with a marketing list, these people get brought in from step one and they're essentially on autopilot. So you might have 400 people within this nurture all at different phases depending on how they're clicking around. The idea is really just set it and forget it. And that is the nurture builder. So let's switch gears here and talk a little bit about analytics and how we organize analytics and push the data back into CRM. So with Click Dimensions, as far as web tracking goes, when someone comes to your site for the first time, we'll store them under this anonymous visitor section. And what we'll do with the tracking script that you'll put on your websites is we'll put a cookie in your browser, or cookie in the visitor's browser to track the company name, geographically where they're coming in from. We can track their whole visit, each and every individual page view. We just don't know a whole lot about this person. So once this anonymous visitor eventually tells us who they are, and they can do that one of two ways, by filling out a form on the website or clicking on a link in an email that was sent through Click Dimensions. So once they do that, Click Dimensions will automatically convert them to a leader contact in CRM, delete the anonymous visitor record, and push all the old browsing history right into the new leader contact so nothing is lost. And then that data is coming in two spots. So under marketing here, if I go back up to analytics, I'm going to see the companies that are visiting my site in real time. So if I just hit on this visits here, it's going to show me every one of the companies visiting our site, if these people are identified as leads or contacts in CRM, where they're coming in from, if that's a referring host, or if that's a search engine, Bing or Google, I can see the keywords that people are typing to get to us. If I scroll over, I can see how long they were on our site on each visit, the lead score they've accumulated, how many pages they looked at, and these are all timed. And then your anonymous visitors are going to be held here. So this will show you each and every anonymous visitor, so those people who haven't yet identified themselves with us. And when someone visits your website for the first time, again, we create this record, track all the pages they viewed, we assign a lead score to them. And when these visitors identify themselves through filling out forms or clicking on an email, we'll check first to see if there's already a leader contact in your CRM with their email address. If yes, we'll send the information to that record, and if not, Click Dimensions will create a new leader contact record with the submitted information, and the anonymous visitor is deleted. And then last view is the IP organization. So what this will do, this tracks by the individual IP address. So it will tell us if multiple people are coming in from one IP address. All of your form inquiries are also coming in here. We're going to show you every form coming in with all the values and tied to the leading contact. So here's an individual who just filled out her Contact Us form. When I click into that, it's going to show me everything that she typed in to the form. And then all of your survey answers are also coming in here. So if I click on any of these individual surveys, it's going to show me every answer that that contact typed into the survey. And then we also have some advanced survey reporting tools as well. So all of those analytics are also going to be tied right back to the leading contact record. Let me just grab contact here, go back to DIFET's record. All right, and my favorite view on the leading contact record is this profile screen. So what this profile will do is give you a nice consolidated view of every bit of interaction this person has had with you via email or web. So we pull in a lead score, and this lead score can be customized on your individual business processes, but we give you a default scoring method. Now, we call out to LinkedIn. We're going to bring in a photo. This is direct access to their LinkedIn page, but over here in the tracking summary, I can see everything he's done since day one. So DIFET visited our website for the first time in August. Then he filled out a form, subscribed to our newsletters. Looks like he came back to visit a couple months later, looked at 4 pages, then 3 pages, then another 4 pages. He's still interacting with our emails today. Just a nice way of seeing that from a high level. and this is every form he's filled out. But if I want to get more granular and see more about the visits, I can see that he's had 7 different visits with us. If I scroll over, I can see how long he was on our site for each visit, his lead score for each visit, how many pages he looked at on each visit, and if I click into any of these, I get more detail, like where he came from. He came in from Google. He typed in click dimensions to get to us. This is his home page, or this is our home page. That's where he entered. He left looking at our tour page. I can see that he had 9 page views on this particular visit, was on our site for 1,404 seconds, and that's the lead score for the visit. And then under page views, I'm going to be able to see all of the 9 pages that he spent time on and how long he was on each page. So we get very granular into the statistics. So other things that we tie right back to the lead and contact record, we're going to show you any forms that they've filled out. You can see this guy's filled out 2 forms with us, and if I click into any of these, of course, I'm going to see the values that they typed into those forms. Same thing with survey answers. If this person had filled out any surveys through Click Dimensions, all those survey answers are going to be posted here. If he's involved in any nurture programs, I can see that tied to the record. And we also have a GoToWebinar integration that's just newly built with Click Dimensions, and I'll touch on that in just a little bit here. But if this person had participated in any of your events, you're going to be able to see that record here as well. Other things that you can do right from a contact record is you can add someone to a nurture campaign. So we talked about nurture, where you can send people a series of emails in a campaign. If I just hit run, it's going to bring all of the active campaigns, nurture campaigns that you've created with Click Dimensions. I can grab one of these active nurtures, hit run, and this person will be sent email number 1, and they'll go through the motions as you've built it in the Nurture Builder. So you can also build web content with Click Dimensions, and web content meaning landing pages, forms, and surveys. So let's begin talking a little bit about the landing page functionality. And you can build landing pages the same way that you'd create emails using one of the editors that we have. So I'll pull up one that's already been built with Click Dimensions here. And if I go into the designer, you're going to see this looks just like our block editor. It's created using these 4 big blocks, and to make any changes, you just go insert blocks to the right, to the left, above, or below. We track these landing pages like any other page. We're going to show you how many people are visiting your landing pages. You can see we have a form in here. Not only are we going to track everyone visiting, but everyone converting, taking that call to action you're asking them for by filling out the form for registration or to download content, whatever the case may be. But when you're ready to embed these landing pages, you can do that a couple ways here. So we give you this link that you can copy and paste, put it in your emails, or however you'd like to advertise this landing page. And then these links here are going to be branded to you once you set up your CNAMEs, even though we're hosting these landing pages. Or you also have the option of copy and pasting this iframe and using it as a separate page on your website. And that is landing pages. So the last 2 pieces are forms and surveys, and you have the ability to create forms and surveys using another drag and drop designer. So, here's an example. I'll grab our Contact Us page. This is a form that we've created using Click Dimensions. This is what our CAPTCHA looks like to validate it's a real person taking the survey, but this was created using our form editor. So our form editor, you can see here, is drag and drop. This is that same Contact Us form you just saw. You have all your form fields over here on the right, things like first name, last name, birthday. And when you're ready to drag a form field in, it's just the drag and drop scenario. So here's all your form fields. You have the option of putting different components in there. So if you want to put HTML, lines, multiple pages in your forms, you can do that. These are also drag and drop. But what's great about these forms is you can set post actions. So when a form comes in, you can decide what action that you guys want to take, whether that's notifying a team. That's what we do when someone fills out a Contact Us form. But you can have this person added to a marketing list. You can set a follow-up task or phone call. You can set an autoresponder email. And you can essentially build these workflows without building workflows in CRM. And so when you're ready to embed these forms, you take the same action as the landing pages. You have an option to grab a link, or if you want to embed these forms in your website, there's an iframe or a widget code. And those are forms. And then last topic, before we dive into the GoToWebinar integration, last topic on the web content is surveys. So this is going to look very similar to your forms, where you have the same drag and drop interface. Instead of your form fields, you'll have your survey questions here that you just drag and drop in. And then you also have the same survey components. So if you want to add CAPTCHA, if you want to put multiple pages in there, whatever you'd like. I'm going to preview this so you have a sense of what this looks like. With our surveys now, you can also implement skip logic. So what that does is it gives you the ability to have your recipients skip questions or even entire pages of questions based on their response. You can automate that now with Click Dimensions. But I like to show this because we have every kind of question. We have our own HTML in there. It's multiple pages. This is our onboarding survey. If I hit next, we have another image in there. You have the multi-select, the star rating questions, the yes or no's, text box, whatever you need. And then you can also set confirmation text with your forms and surveys. So this is what you're going to see to confirm, or anyone taking this survey is going to see once they've actually submitted the survey successfully. So in our case, we have a picture of our Chief Customer Officer. You can design this with HTML. And if you'd rather put them to a post redirect, you can do that as well. And then you can embed these surveys the same as landing pages and forms. Here's your link to share it out by email or whatever means you'd like. And here's your iframe or widget code if you'd like to put this on your website. The last piece is that, of course, you can take these post actions the same as forms. So when someone submits the survey, you can send an email notification, add this person to a marketing list, set your follow-up tasks or phone calls, whatever you'd like to do without having to actually build those workflows. So we also have recently built an integration with GoToWebinar. And the first step in the Click Dimensions settings area is connecting the system with GoToWebinar. So you can do that once, and then you never have to mess with it again. So this will act a lot like our web analytics, where if someone registers for your event and they don't already exist in CRM, we'll create a brand new leader contact for you. And once you've connected those, you can go into this event management section, and all of the events that you have scheduled with GoToWebinar are going to show up here. You're going to see how many people have registered. If you look at past events here, it's going to show you how many have registered versus how many attended, how long the session was, all the great information that GoToWebinar passes to you about the event. And then you can even drill this down to the event participant level. So it's going to show you everyone who has been attending. It's going to tie it back to the leader contact. You can do things like see how many people. You can set your filters in CRM, so maybe you want to see people that registered and missed. You could do that. All of this data is in CRM for you to do whatever you'd like to do with it. And then under the settings area, under Click Dimensions settings, this is where you can set your lead score. Again, we have a default scoring method, but you can customize that for whatever makes sense to you. And there's even a way where if you have certain pages on your website that you want to score heavier than others, you can do that in the tracking script. We follow the same service credentials as Microsoft Dynamics CRM does, so you can really use permissions to allow people to do only what you want them to do with Click Dimensions. And this is where you grab this tracking script to activate your web tracking. This will be unique to each individual. And you can always have access to your usage. So I think I've covered on everything that Click Dimensions has from at least a high level. I have one last slide I want to show here. So Click Dimensions really tries to be a thought leader for marketing with Microsoft Dynamics CRM. So we're constantly providing these assets for our customers and people who aren't our customers to give them tips and tricks. And we have our Marketing with Microsoft CRM Idea ebook, our Marketing ROI for Dynamics CRM quick guide. We have a really great blog where we're constantly talking about our new features, lots of premium content on our website. So I welcome you to take a look at any time. And for more information, please connect with our partners at CRM Dynamics.